British Petroleum by Taj Walsh. Identify the product and its target market. Petroleum is a naturally occurring yellowish-black liquid resource found within the earth. When dead plant and animals are sucked under the earth, it begins the process of forming it, which takes millions of years. This makes it a fossil fuel and a scarce resource that we still use to this day. It is commonly refined into modern things such as gasoline, petrol, asphalt, and other household objects. Companies like British Petroleum, commonly known as BP, turn this substance into other substances that they then sell for a mostly reasonable price. It is mostly, however, used to power engines, motors, and cars. With it being a quite expensive and scarce resource, it is estimated that 95 million barrels are used each day. Manufacturing and distribution. Petroleum is a fossil fuel, making it very scarce and limited. Petroleum is formed over millions of years and extracted using massive oil rigs. The petroleum is then heated until it boils, and the different liquids and gases are then separated into distillation columns. These are then used to make different petroleum-based products. It is then sent away to several different countries to put them in oil tanks to be distributed. Petroleum products are then sent to service station companies such as BP, where they are then sold. And then here are the distribution maps of the different places that are distributed and manufactured. Discuss how the product and its components are made. When petroleum is harvested out of a male oil rig, out of one of the major oil rigs scattered all across the world, the substance crude oil is then turned into petrol. Crude oil is what we use for our cars, motorcycles, and other motorized vehicles. Crude oil has a different chemicals called hydrocarbons. Crude oil is a fossil fuel, meaning it produces a lot of tiny plants which can be both on sea and on land. The process of changing crude oil into petrol starts from transforming crude oil, which usually starts as dark and sticky liquid. It then gets boiled, where the liquids are separated from the solids into distillation columns. After this, they go through several steps to become the different petroleum products. What are the economical, environmental, and social impacts of petroleum? Petroleum is all around a quite environmentally harmful resource. With it being a fossil fuel, it emits a large amount of CO2 gas into our atmosphere, causing all around severe pollution. This is one of the leading causes of global warming and is heating up our Earth at a rapid rate. When it comes to the economical impacts, it is another story. Once third world countries like United Arab Emirates have been lifted out of poverty, all thanks to petroleum. This means people once struggling to provide simple necessity of food now have a lot of daily benefits. Social impacts of petroleum are that people may now use carpool in order to lower carbon emissions. The negative and positive impacts of petroleum. Positive impacts of petroleum are it's cheap energy and is accessible to billions of people. The inexpensive energy obtained from fossil fuels has enabled hundreds of millions of people to be lifted out of poverty and enjoy a far higher standard of living with education, comfort, and security, and the greater life expectancy. The negatives of petroleum are environmental degradation that will be irreversible within the years to come. We have become overly reliant on a resource that will run out and eventually destroy our Earth. Review your product on a scale of 1 to 10. I think I would rate BP's petroleum on a scale of 1 to 5 as a 3. Even though it is detrimental to our environment, it is almost considered a necessity in everyday life. Petroleum emits so many gases that it is killing our Earth every day, and unfortunately there is practically nothing we can do about it. It powers so many modern systems and different technologies that without it we would be not where we are today. Without petroleum as a species we would be living centuries in the past. Thank you for listening.